So, I have made something truly horrendous for you today. I have decided to add. I have made something truly horrendous. I've decided to make a whole universe of The Sims dedicated to the BRCU. If you don't know what that is, the Brandon Rogers Cinematic Universe. Now, if you don't know who Brandon Rogers is, he is a YouTube comedian. He is also, if you know Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss, he plays Blitzo in Hell of a Boss, and he plays Katie Killjoy in the Amazon series version of Has-Been Hotel. Just look him up. He's one of my favorite comedians of all time. Now, he is known for playing all of the characters on his own. Like, he plays almost every single character within his own universe. And there's some really creative characters. This is supposed to be Blah Blah the Clown. I made it before I started filming, because I wanted to see if this would work. Okay, so you get a face cam today because I wanted to explain while I make the characters. And I couldn't do that while recording because then it would just get sped up and messed up. So, enjoy. So the first character I decided to make was Blame, the hero from the series Blame the Hero. I mean, all across the Brandon Rogers universe, all of them are basically made to look, or not made to look. They're all in different things, so it really doesn't matter. He's in all series. Now, Blame is a thug. That's pretty much, and he's pretty much made it his whole personality. Now, in his series, he goes on to save the world from time traveling, kind of, but he's also the one who messed up the world in the first place and caused the apocalypse. Now, he wears a... I'll attach pictures of each of these characters on the side so you can see what they're supposed to look like. Now, The Sims isn't very good about what I can put on it and how I can customize it, so you're gonna get what you get. The next character I decided to make is... I forgot her name, I'm sorry. Bryce Tank Thrust. Now, Bryce is the CEO, the big man in charge, alright? Now, if you've watched Has-Been Hotel, you'll see Katie Killjoy is supposed to kind of be the cartoonified version of Bryce Tank Thrust. Bryce Tank Thrust is just mean, and she's very money motivated, and she's an icon, alright? She is a feminine icon. She also hates the gays and only loves them when they're worth money during Pride Month and can capitalize off them. Yeah. So, her whole backstory goes that it was her and her mom from the start. I mean, you can watch all of these series. Each one is a series, so spoilers if you haven't watched these series. I'm sorry. This is what this video is. So if you haven't watched the series, maybe skip that character and come back later. But how the story goes is she's a poor little girl, and her mother teaches her the Double Diva diversion, which is a way to basically pickpocket people. One person distracts while the other person takes money. And little Brycey here goes to school and meets this boy who's getting bullied named Bobby Best. Now, Mr. Best, Bobby's father, does not want anyone to know Bobby is his son, and there's a whole thing with that, but she falls in love with Bobby, who changes his name to Bobby Worst. We'll go into that later because I do make a character. Oh, here it is. Okay, so Bobby Worst is the terrorist of the universe. His goal is to just be absolutely famous, most loved terrorist, I don't know. And their love story is actually really cute, and I really love it. Bryce rips her heart out and gives it to Bobby, which I love so much, but then she needs to steal the hearts of others and stuff, so that goes down a dark side. She also becomes president. So, yeah. Now, Bobby Worst, he's a terrorist, he's awful, he loves Bryce, and they do eventually end up getting married. They are very, woohoo focused, to put this in Sims words. Now Bobby Worst, he's just the baddest, horrible, most evil person ever. Awful person. He even goes in to sing a couple of songs, and honestly, his songs are my favorite of all of Brandon Rogers' songs. So, our next character is Hall Monitor Helen. Now, no Brandon Rogers video would be complete without her. She is an icon. She is, I believe she was a teacher and did get promoted to hall monitor. Now, she wears this very cat lady-like shirt and horrendous yellow, like, exercise shorts. I couldn't find a pair that I thought went well with it, but I tried. Okay, this is the best you're getting. Her lipstick is just, it's something special. She outlines so far beyond to have the biggest lips in the world. She also has glasses, so I put this. Now, her whole thing is she pretty much just hates kids. This is a means to an end for her. And in a day at the beach, she becomes a lifeguard after killing Anthony Padilla. Many of you probably know who that is, another YouTuber, part of Smosh, and has his own channel where he interviews people. Now, she kills Anthony Padilla and gets fired from the school, and then eventually becomes like a lifeguard, and then quits that and goes back to home monitoring. But she hates children, alright? This is just, she hates them. She doesn't like them. She's also just mean in general. And it was really hard to give her a life aspiration, because at this point in her life, she has given up on life. She truly has. So, I don't really know what her goals are other than to get through the day. So, I just gave her, I believe it's called Renaissance Sim, which the sim just wants to be good at everything. But, yeah. Now, the next sim I have decided to make, I don't believe has I think her name is Kathy. Yeah, but she's better just known as Brandon's mom character. And she's got a new baby every other day, alright? She is popping these things out like nobody's business. She has a black bob for her hair, and she wears this iconic pink hoodie thing, which I really liked the black hoodie, and I wanted to make it pink because that would have been perfect, but unfortunately that is not an option in The Sims, so we just had to go with that. She just wears this whole pink sweatsuit, and she is horrendous. She, like most of Brandon's other characters, is also really mean. But I did give her the family aspiration just because she has lots of kids, even though she hates kids, which I also pointed out in her her traits. Now, another person or character who this video would be incomplete without is Grandpa. He has a name, and it's revealed somewhere. He is actually, hold on, big spoiler here, spoiler warning, cut if you don't want to know. He's actually Old Blame. Yeah, which caught me so off guard. He is an old version of Blame, which they both live in the same timeline because the timeline got screwed up so many times during Blame the Hero. But yeah, He is just a cranky old man who has no clue what's going on ever. And yeah, he wears this really bright yellow thing, and a lot of you might actually know him from Vine. This character really just blew up as a meme, so you will probably know him. Now, the last character I decided to do is from a series which Brandon created but doesn't own, called Magic Funhouse. I'm making sure I'm on the right character, which I believe I am. Yes, so Magic Funhouse. I need to look up the name real quick. Arlo Dittman. There we go. Now, Arlo is an actor. His whole thing is he went into a coma when he was a little boy. His parents were just awful, and eventually he believes they abandoned him. Again, spoiler alert, they didn't, they died, but he believes they abandoned him, and he doesn't find out. He runs this kids show called Magic Funhouse with his co-stars, a washed out singer that he used to be friends with when he was little, so he just gave a job, and how do I say this YouTube friendly? A corn star? Let's not, yeah. So they run this kids show, and it's really a beacon for Arlo to find his parents. Now, is that going to happen? No, they're dead. But they're all just trying to hide that from him so he doesn't absolutely lose it. Now, eventually, this character Jimmy shoots Dave. So Dave is like the lighting guy. And they go to court and to see who it is, and that's pretty much the whole premise of the show. Or at least season 1. It's too long to go into full detail about. Let me know how you think I did on these characters, building them, as well as talking about their backstory. These characters are so detailed, I know I missed so much. But as always, thank you for watching, and I guess see you next time.